Good morning. Today I wanted to share with you an amazing book that I found. It's called An American Story by Kwame Alexander, and the illustrations are done by Dare Coulter. And the illustrations are awesome, amazing. They are mixed media, which some are made from sculptures and some are illustrations and drawings using all kinds of media. Now, Kwame Alexander is a New York Times best-selling author of over 35 books, including his Newbery medal-winning novel, The Crossover. So, this book is about slavery, and slavery is hard to talk about sometimes. It makes us feel sad, but it is an American story. It really happened, and it's good to talk about it. So, let's get on with the story. An American Story by Kwame Alexander, illustrated by Dare Coulter. And it's very colorful too in some places. I love the pictures. This is for the ones who want to speak the truth, the ones doing the hard and sacred work of nurturing young minds into beautiful human beings, the teachers. How do you tell a story that starts in Africa and ends in horror? An unbelievable story about evil plans and big guns hiding in the night, waiting. While the girls and the boys finish chores, play games, listen to old tales of trickster spiders and talking drums, waiting. For the women to sing, everyone to sleep, and the men to dream of tomorrow, waiting. To steal them away from their lives and sell them in America. But you can't sell people. How do you tell a story about slavery? About sly men from cold places scheming and laughing on tall ships, while people shackled below, crammed in small hot spaces, cry and sometimes die. A story of struggle and sacrifice about bold men and women jumping into the sea, into the jaws of sharks, because they were scared and didn't know where they were being taken or what they'd find when they got there. Maybe they just wanted to escape. How do you tell that story about copper dreams wrapped in iron chains, about working hard for long hours from can see to can't for free, about picking cotton and growing sugar under the burning sun, while blonde-haired boys and girls ate their candy and played tag before school in their woolen breeches and cotton gowns, and no reading allowed, and no reading allowed. About planting corn and threshing rice, and curing tobacco and harvesting coffee, about cooking and cleaning and building for free. Why weren't they paid? That's not fair. How do you tell a story about strength and pride and refusing to be broken? And refusing to stop smiling and loving. And each night gathering the children by the fire to hear tales of Moses and trickster rabbits and missing home and missing home. That's sad. Really, really sad, Miss Simmons. How do you tell that story and not want to weep for the world? A story about mothers fleeing into the wind, wading in the water, conducting freedom. About fathers fighting back, stealing away, chasing liberty. About some being caught by the searing lash of night riders, and others riding the night by the light of the North Star. About little girls waking up in the middle of the night to their tormented mothers pleading, "Please, don't take my boy from me." About families torn apart, sold like cattle. I don't think I can continue. It's just too painful. I shouldn't have read this to you. I'm so sorry, children. But don't you tell us to always speak the truth, Miss Simmons, even when it's hard? When I've done something bad, my dad always says, "You can't change the past, but you can do better in the future." Whenever I'm sad, my grandma sings me her favorite poem. We've suffered, been battered, our lives have been scattered, but we're still here. And that's all that matters. We're still here. How do you tell an American story? About standing up and speaking out. About Sojourner Truth and Robert Smalls. About the Civil War and emancipation. About yesterday's nightmare and the courage to dream a new tomorrow. You do it by being brave enough to lift your voice, by holding history in one hand and clenching hope in the other. So this is an American story, all right? It's history. Sometimes it's hard to talk about, but it's true. It's a story of pain. It's a story of injustice. But it's also a story of struggle, a story of freedom, and a story of resilience. So we have to tell the story. Thank you, Kwame Alexander, for helping us tell this American story.